So trading, experience yangu na trading, nilikuwa najaribu hizo wakati wa corona. Nilikuwa nasikia wase wanafanya na hiyo na kwa ads za YouTube. So nikajaribu why not. So nikaingia without any experience, nikachukulia kama betting. Nakaa chini naona graph inaenda juu. Kasema acha ni predict itakaaje, so naenda hivyo. To be honest, nilipoteza dough mingi sana. Hadi ikafika point nikaachana nayo. Yeah.
Let me invite our sponsor chairperson to come and give his remarks. Thank you. Invite Reverend to say something. Please let us give a round of applause mpaka afike hapa mbele ya congregation. Makofi kwa kiongozi. Karibu sana.
Good afternoon once again. Comrades Ria. Comrades Action. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to take this opportunity to welcome you to this beautiful location, this amazing training. And I'll begin by saying that as an association, we believe that knowledge opens the door to opportunities, wealth, and of course success. We chose Forex trading because we believe that it is the easiest business to do. You can do it from the comfort of your house, from the comfort of your room, and from your phone or from your tablet or from your laptop. And so it's one of the most comrade-friendly businesses that we can venture into. But even as we say that, allow me to say that this training was an initiative by one of us, who I hope is present here in Joe. Otherwise, allow me to welcome the Assistant Dean, Reverend Kirenya, to begin makofi tafadhali so that
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. How are you? Hey, how are you? All right. I want to mention just two things in relationship to what we're doing here today. And the first thing I want to say is the importance or the role, the activities that we invite here beyond the classroom plays. If you want to improve yourself and if you want to sharpen the skill sets that you have, you must be willing to learn. And you look for those opportunities. Of course, learning comes from reading and research, but also it comes from such workshops and trainings. You come and hear perspectives you have not had before. You come, interact, and make contacts and networks that will be very useful to you, not only now, but in the future. And so you are welcome, and I officially declare this officially open. Thank you very much. Thank you. A round of applause mpaka afike hapa mbele tafadhali. Makofi ya kale. Makofi ya kale. Makofi, makofi, makofi.
Hi guys. Is it afternoon? Good afternoon. I'm happy to see all of you guys here. Bwana Chairman, the Assistant Dean was here. The band who just played and everyone else. Thank you for inviting us. We've gone to a couple of schools, but we've never had this much of people. We once went to Nyeri, still to talk about Forex, but it was more of a forum. It wasn't for students, but we like talking to students. Part of my story, I'll give you guys our story, how we started and how we've grown. Our passion is to give back to students and to talk to students, okay? And we have a lot of giveaways, like Vic has started. We like it being interactive, a good interactive session. I've had Valentine, and the women, you're competitive. No, there's Guys are not, I'm seeing these people, or you guys are not that competitive. I'm touching a new person. So, fair enough. But we're also delighted to have one of our partners. His name is Daniel from Paperstone. Later on, he'll come and talk to you guys after we finish talking. I saw a show of hands. How many people have heard about Forex? Just put it higher. How many people have traded? You make a pesa trading, you made money, lost money. Okay. How many people have not heard about trading, they don't know what it is? All of you have heard about, anyone who's not heard about trading? So you've all heard about trading? Bona Chairman, everyone knows about trading. You've not heard about trading? Anyone who's not heard about trading? I'll give you a book if you've not heard about trading. Anyway, it's not always been a gloom story. We didn't start with everything that you're seeing that we have now. It's been a long journey, okay? The world of trading is very huge. We started back in first of all, let me say, our company is called Financial Hub, okay? So I heard when Vic was talking about, was it Vico who was saying about becoming a millionaire, okay? Let me tell you guys something. If you want to become a millionaire, recognizable around the world, if you have 1 million Kenya shillings, do you think that can take you far? 1 million Kenya shillings. That is very little money. You're not even considered a millionaire around the world. If you convert that into dollars, which we'll talk about because that's all about Forex, that's simply $10,000. So you still need to multiply that times 100 to become a dollar millionaire, okay? So when we talk about millions, when we're conversing here, you'll hear me a lot talking about trading dollar accounts, how you can become a dollar millionaire and become financially self-dependent. And when I was saying earlier, our goal is to target the young guys in school because we personally started back in school, okay? So the best place for you guys to start is when you're young. If you listen to the stories of people like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, Elon Musk, all those guys started what they're doing at a very young age. In their teenagers, us even think we started late, but this is still not a late age, okay? There's still a lot of opportunity ahead of us, okay? So, for the past 6 years, we have traded and invested our own capital, our own funds, with the sole purpose of achieving profit and growing our wealth for our own fund, okay? So we started back in 2016, okay? I remember back then how I met my co-founders. I was in school, so I just finished university and I wanted to do, I was more of a creative, okay? But the way I had passed, I don't know if most of you can relate. My mom thought, you're a smart guy, do engineering. So I was like, okay, cool. So I went to do engineering. I went to Technical University of Kenya. And that's where I met with Ken, my co-founder. We didn't know anything about Forex. We were just friends. We became really good friends. And then along the way, when I started feeling like after one semester, I felt like this is not what I really want to do. So what did I decide to do? I decided to drop out of school. So I dropped out of TUK, where I was studying engineering. And Ken also decided to drop out because it's not what he wanted to do. Then he went to KU, okay, Kenyatta University. And that's why he met Taras. They became good friends again. I personally, I'm a creative guy. I like creative stuff. So I left engineering to study film and TV. I like movies, that's what I wanted to do. I remember when I was in high school, I sat down with my mom and dad one time when I was in Form 2. I just finished Form 2. I didn't like school. I've always had this thing again in school, no pun intended, okay? So I sat down with my parents in Form 2 and told them, I want to leave school, I want to go to New York and study film. To cut the long story short, 2 years later, I finished school, so that didn't happen. At the end of the day, I finished my high school, joined TUK, dropped out, and then finally now I got the opportunity to go and study film, but not in the US, okay? I started with a local school called ADMI, Africa Digital Media Institute. So while I was there, that's when I knew about, that's where I met my videographer, Glass, and that's where I knew about Forex trading. My cousin came from abroad and told me about Forex trading, and then she took one investment, one trade, we call it a trade. A trade and an investment, almost the same thing, but we'll talk about that later. She took a trade and within 20 minutes, she had made about 800 pounds. I was shocked. I was like, how did you know how to do this? Did you teach yourself? She's like, yes, that's how she learned. So I decided I'm going to drop out of school again and study Forex, okay? So when I dropped out, that's where also I called Ken again. Remember, Ken is in KU, with Charas. They had also been introduced to Forex trading through other means. There's a friend of theirs who was trading and introduced them to Forex, okay? So now when we met up, now later on after we dropped out, so we decided to open our own, this was our own house. Are you guys, do you know Zimmerman? Anyone who knows Zimmerman? Risambu? Nice. Risambu side Zimmerman, that's where we rented a house. It was a 2-bedroom house, Ken and I. Taras also used to come, and we used our living room. This is our sitting room. We like playing chess, we like enticing our minds. So we were doing, that's what we started. That was in 2017. 2017, 2018. We moved into this house, 2-bedroom, and that's where we started learning about trading. So we did that over and over again. But now, we didn't get anyone to teach us. Like, we were going online and searching for people who can teach me how to trade. During that time, the Forex market was not yet regulated in Kenya. It became regulated in August 2017. But when we started in 2016, there was zero regulation, which means if you enter any industry that has no regulations yet, then that industry is very new. It's more or less like what happened with sport pesa and gambling. When they came into the country, it was more of an unregulated industry. And that's how many people are making a lot of money. Then later on, after it got regulated and all that, some rules came, taxes came. That's what we're talking about. So when I started, just go on. Yeah, so when we still started, when we were starting out, there was no one to educate us. So we decided, let's start our YouTube channel because there was no one teaching online. We couldn't go online and find anyone locally. The most people we could get locally was scams. Many people have been scammed. There's this company, if you do your research, called VI Portal, they had scammed people about 1 billion Kenya shillings through Forex. Okay? So they're telling people we can invest for you guys. They give them money, but when they go trade it, it's like they were not even trading. At the end of the day, they were a scam, and long story cut short, they closed down their operations. Okay? So if you move forward, so now we decided to start our own YouTube channel. So that's Ken's room. That's me at the far corner with my phone, and that's Ken. I was shooting. You remember when I said I'd gone to ADMI to study film? At least I had gained a bit of knowledge on how to shoot videos. So we started shooting our first YouTube videos on YouTube. We shot our first course, and then we finally went online. But then another problem came. The going online was a good thing. I'll talk about it later. But when we were meeting clients, sort of like this school, people or students like one-on-one interaction. There's something about it when you're sitting with the trader or the tutor, there's that interaction one-on-one that people prefer. So what did we decide to do? After we went online, now we decided we need an office, okay? Did we have money for an office? No, we did not. But we decided, now our trading was getting better, so we weren't really relying that much on doing the online stuff. We decided, okay, we can save a bit of money here and there. I had traveled to the UK, then I just come back in 2019 when it was ending. So January 2020, we looked for an office, and that's where we got our first office. You can see that's Ken, that's Taras. I think I was the one taking the photo. This used to be our partner as well. So we opened our office at the Jquat Towers, 17th floor. If you come to town, if you come to Jquat Towers, that's where you can find us, at 17th floor. We opened our first office. It was a really small office. It was a really small office that only fitted the 3 of us. Here it is. There were 3 chairs. There's that corner, one there where the laptop is, then there's one here. So it was a really small office, but it was really elegant. At the same time, remember when I told you we learned about cheap is expensive? Also our offices, we decided we're not going to do cheap. So we went for a good, a classy look, so that when you're talking about finance, people can really know you're talking about finance. So we started with that. We started with a 3-person office, and we recently moved into a bigger office in April this year. That was because we moved in year 2020, so 2 years later, we were able to move into a new office that I'd like to show you guys. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Financial Hub here. Today we are having the launch of our new trading floor that we've just launched today. This is an 8-man office. At least it will be able to host all our employees, and also we have another side where we will be teaching. And sooner than later, we're actually planning on even getting a bigger floor, about a 30-man office.
When we started, we've always wanted to have a trading floor, somewhere where people can trade and feel nice, and we are lucky to have opened one. So our friends are here to celebrate, to enjoy themselves, to have fun, to drink good. Like Caleb says, drink good, smell good, look good.
I'm really honored to be invited by Financial Hub here. Tumekuwa nao for some time. When they came, I saw them starting out as young guys.
They're my inspiration. Wananiskumanga sana. I'm really proud of them. I'm happy to be here today. Congratulations.
So I followed through searching about trading, and I found them, and I believed in them, and yeah, I'm so proud to be part of them. Seeing the growth, hata sijaanza 1 year, but the growth has been exponential. Seeing them behind the scenes, they work so hard, and I appreciate and I'm humbled to be part of them.
We are proud of you guys. Thank you for this forum.
So when I see this growth, guys, I applaud you guys. It really has been a journey, but you guys are doing a phenomenal job to see all these guys being here. We support young people in terms of entrepreneurship, and so as long as you are interacting with the Financial Hub, you will always see us here.
So thank you guys. So good job, but we'll get all this mad support. Everyone I called, there's no one who told me they're not coming.
We want as many people as possible to feel the experience of trading. And you guys come to us and tell us what you'd love us to do for you. We're looking forward to that.
If you're interested, join us in our journey. It's a Jacob Towers 17th floor. If you're interested in learning how to trade, don't miss out on Financial Hub. Trading is very practical, and that's why we use those people as examples. These people are practitioners. If you become a doctor, you don't just say you're a doctor, you need to treat people, okay? If you become an engineer, you need to go and engineer houses, engineer buildings, engineer roads, okay? You don't just say I'm an engineer because of the sake of saying it. So the same thing as a trader. You don't just say you're a trader, you need to be a practitioner trader. You actually take practice in trading the market. So there's a step-by-step process that I made for you guys, a roadmap that I believe is a typical trader development, okay? So when you're starting out, you start out like now in school. You start out as a pre-trader, which is basically, we like calling them freshers. So these are freshers. This is your first year in trading. Most people who, for example, maybe hear that if you've never heard about trading, this is where you're going to start. So who is a pre-trader? Pre-trader is anyone who doesn't know about the market. You've been introduced to it and you're just starting out. And this trader is almost 99% guaranteed to lose money, okay? So when you start in any industry, you've seen people when they're starting investing in someone nilichomo. So as a pre-trader, that's where you start. But also as a pre-trader, you tend to make money. So you're introduced to the industry of making money. So you're like, what do I need to do? So when you ask that question and you go to the next step, you now become a novice trader. Now, a novice trader is someone who started trading. You started trading, you maybe come to take our course, you're now being introduced to the market. You're learning there's cryptocurrency, there's stock market, there's Forex market, there are many other different industries. And then now you decide that you want to focus on one industry. For example, we focused on Forex, okay? At this level, you're still losing money, but not as fast as a free trader. Then now you move into becoming a competent trader. Now, a competent trader is someone who knows what it takes to become a trader. You now discover that it's not that easy to become a trader, but it's achievable. So you move into that step. Now, this is the time you're going to a year of almost 2 to 3 years of just learning how to trade. You're not still making money, okay? And then now you move into a proficient trader. Now, a proficient trader is someone who's learned what it takes to make money. He's learned proper risk management. You've learned proper psychology of trading, okay? And you've also learned how the markets move up and down. And then you approach the market in a professional way. Those are the people we call proficient traders. Now, these people have stopped losing money. They're not losing money as fast as a pre-trader, but they're not making as much money. They're making money, but not that much, but they're not losing it. They can't blow an account. And then in the end, now that's 5th year, because these are 5 steps. 1st year, 2nd year, 3rd year, 4th year. You finally get into 5th year and beyond, where you basically now become an experienced trader. And by experienced trader, the markets normally move in cycles. So within 5 years, it's quite possible to see a whole cycle, meaning that the market has been able to move up, it's been able to move down, and you've experienced all that. And now you know what it takes to, how you're going to approach the markets. With those different cycles, how am I going to trade? When it goes up, I make money. When it goes down, I make money. All year out, year in, year out, okay? So that's an experienced trader, and that's what we teach. This is our 6th year in trading. We've gone through all this process, and it's not been an easy journey, but it's been an achievable journey, okay? So those are the 5 steps. Just one second. Those are the 5 steps: pre-trader, novice trader, competent, proficient, and finally experienced. Okay, so far so good. So what are the requirements? With this rough roadmap in hand, we can next consider the prerequisites and necessities of trading. Okay, what does it take now? What do you need to do in order to become an experienced trader? Okay, so the first step you're going to do, first, you must be able to devote a sufficient amount of time on a regular schedule to building trading knowledge and skills. So there's no escape. You need to put down your time to study. We studied for years, year in, year out. We weren't making money, but we knew in the end it's going to pay out. So you need to spend a sufficient amount of time. They normally say if you want to become a master at anything, you need to devote about 10,000 hours. We did the math. If you're spending 8 hours a day and you want to cover that 10,000 hours, it's going to take you roughly 5 years. So there's no escape. If you try and double that, which is impossible, you can't be spending 16 hours reading about Forex every day. The good amount of time you can spend is about 8 hours per day, which will take you about 5 years to clock in 10,000 hours. So there's no escape about that. Put in the time and learn about trading. Okay? The next thing you're going to do, you've already devoted your time, you've gotten the knowledge, you've gotten the skill, now you're going to need capital, okay? Most people do not have a realistic expectations about their returns, about the returns that professional traders make. You lose money while you are learning how to trade. We've already covered about the pre-trader, but what I really mean by this is that people have unrealistic expectations. They think they'll drop out of school, drop out of their jobs, and open an account with $500, which is about 50K, or even less, and then grow that money to become millions of dollars. I'm here to tell you that that is a very ambitious and practical idea. I'm not saying it's impossible. You can do that, but don't have that mindset. Professional traders, how they trade, they use a large capital of money, risk very little, and make a lot of money with it. Okay? So what do I mean? We like to emphasize, personally, I like to recommend, when you're starting out and when you're a pre-trader, novice trader starting out, you need about $100, which is 10K to about $1,000 for practice. So note, you're not using your $100 to $1,000 to make money. You're using this in order to learn how does the trading platform works, how do the trading softwares work, how do my psychology work in the market. So you're using this for practice. And then after that, you need another minimum of about $10,000 of capital if you want to see substantial profit. What do I mean? If you have $10,000 and you make 10% return, meaning you invested and your capital grew by 10%, you've made a clean $1,000. So now you're starting to see a sufficient amount of profit. But when you want to move to the next level and you want to make a living out of trading, you need a minimum of $100,000. How much is $100,000? 10 million, okay? You need 10 million in order for you to live off of trading. Now, in Ilo Macha Shule, umeacha job, you're saying I'm a full-time trader. Now you're a proficient or an experienced trader, the hierarchy that I showed. But now the question is, you gain the knowledge, you need $100,000. Where are you going to get this? I know you guys are students, adili $100, si rahisi tu amke kesho umepata. Okay, you won't go to anyone and anyone is going to give you. Okay, so but in the world of today, there's a lot of capital going around the world, and there are people willing to give you this money once you become a proficient or an experienced trader. Okay, so these companies are called prop firms. Okay, so prop firms, these are trading companies that allow the ordinary man like you and I to access much larger capital. So you get access to larger capital. The ones we're talking about, the $10,000, the $100,000, okay? So what they need you to do is basically you need to go to them. For example, let's say we're trading the $10,000 account. In order for you to get that amount, you need to do a challenge, okay? So you pay about $100. So instead of now trading your $100, you want to grow it, pay $100, and then you do a challenge, okay? What does the challenge require? The challenge, for example, the MFF, that's one of the companies that offers that. The MFF, if you pay $100, you are given a $10,000 account, a demo account. So it's not a real account, a demo account. So what they require you to do is to meet certain targets. So for the first month, if you're able to make 8%, you've passed the first challenge. And then the second month, if you're able to make 5%, you pass the next challenge. So basically, you're required to make a return of about 13%. And you've qualified for the challenge, okay? I tried the challenge the other day. I was able to pass it. So this is one of the challenges, like I said. Now we're going to teach you how you can access this money. So I did a challenge for my Forex fund. This is a certificate that I was given, Caleb Sami. This trader has successfully passed my Forex fund evaluation process. Okay, so this is the CEO, you sent a certificate, you're given your $10,000 real account. Okay, so now what happens when you get that account? When you get that account, you're now told to trade it, and any profit you make, you share with them. For example, let's say I make 100% profit. I did the $10,000 account, and then I make, let's say I double the money, I make $10,000 on top. Now, I'm going to share with them 80% and 20%. I keep 80%, so I keep about $8,000, and they keep the other $2,000. So they are really working with you people hand in hand in order to grow your account. So you guys are being introduced to an industry where 10 years from now, just like the banking sector, you're going to say this is one of the biggest essential industries in Kenya, and not only in Kenya, around the world. So hopefully, I'll see you guys at the top. Let's do this thing. Yeah, so good luck. See you at the top of the financial world. There's a lot to earn, a lot to learn, and a lot of impact we can give. So that's it for me. Thank you for your time. All right, let us appreciate him in a better way possible again. A perfect prophet. All right.
Hi guys, how are you? Are you guys excited that we are here? I am personally very excited to be here. I visited St. Paul's last week for the first time. Nimekuwa nikipita tu kwa barabara and I will see the campus, but I never visited. I never knew you had such a big compound. So when I came here for the first time, nilipelekwa tour to different places, hostels, and I really like how you guys are conducting yourself. I must say, this is the third event you have done for a campus, and I have never met a more organized student council. I have never, ever met one. So you guys need to congratulate them for the good job that they're doing. I've not seen the chairman here, but I think they're doing a very, very good job of bringing you together and organizing these forums, because Joe actually visited the offices. Akatuambia he'd be interested in us coming to this school to share about trading. He had the idea, or he had the belief that there are many traders up IB, but you guys don't know each other. Often when we're just navigating around town, someone will stop you and tell you, I know you from YouTube, or I'll just be navigating around town and I'll see someone with a Forex app. I've seen actually a couple of people with the wrong apps and others with the right apps, so I don't know how you navigate around that, but I'll try my best to direct the wrong ones to the right path and tell the ones on the right path to keep on following the path. So Joe, thanks a lot for having us. Your chairman also, thank him a lot for having us here. Before we leave, we'll do that. So for me, for the last three speakers, I think they've done a tremendous job of explaining our role in coming here. I think what you're being said is one of the most important things, and often, when I was in first year, we were told some of these things and we wouldn't pay attention. Part of the reason you don't pay that much attention is because reality has not hit you yet. You have not realized, for example, probably how hard it is to get a job. I think it's a very, very hard thing. You may not realize it right now, but once you get out, unaanza kutuma CV ndio una notice kumbe hata ule anko yangu hawezi nisaidia. So right now that you have the time, I think it's very, very important to plan yourself. If you can exit that gate with your paper, but you're not looking for a job, in fact, you're looking for people to work for you, I think it's a better achievement than walking out of that gate and you're looking for somewhere where you can start and you have not actually even developed a skill yet. You just have a paper that you can show to your employers. So Forex is a skill. When we are recruiting, you may ask for papers, but you don't really care that much about them. The key word is we don't really care that much about them. What we are interested in is if I give you the 10 million that Caleb talked about, how much money can you make? How much money can you lose? Okay? There are people who have graduated with a degree in economics, they have a master's in economics, and some even a PhD. But if I give them that account, I'll only see drama. Okay? But if someone who doesn't have a single paper, has not graduated from any course, but if you give him that account, he'll be able to make money consistently. If you take that person to a new country, he'll just tell you, show me where there's Wi-Fi, and give me a laptop, give me this account, and I will sort myself out for the rest of the time that I'll be here. I think that is a skill that is very, very worth thinking about. It's a very, very powerful skill, and it's a skill for the future. The next thing, which is very, very important for you to understand before you start trading, which is risk management. And when I talk about risk, if you ask any layman, are you willing to take some risk? They'll tell you yes. In fact, they tell you high risk is equals to high return. They'll even tell you that. Unajua, risk lazima uchukue ndio. Si lazima uchukue risk. They even ask you that. But in trading, we manage risks. We don't just take risks. We manage risks. We take very calculated bets. And one of the ways we can just think about it is to classify them into two groups. There are risks that you must take, and there are risks that you must avoid. Okay? For example, if you're given the 10 million and you lose everything, that's a risk to avoid. But if you're given the 10 million and you lose 100,000, you lose another 100,000, then you make 300,000, you lose 100, you make 300, you're taking calculated risks. And by the end of the day, you should be able to make money consistently. So you'll be able to quantify some of those things. And then the final thing that I'd say you need to understand is yourself. Trading is a bit psychological, it's a bit emotional. Losing money is not something that people take easily. people can easily become emotional. Hata ukataa na deni ya mtu, so unaona kidogo akuue. Now you can imagine, kuna market mahali kuna pesa yako uliweka, na huwezi toa. So as much as you're trying to become emotional and do some things, they won't really necessarily work. You need to be able to at least quantify yourself, understand yourself, and know how you will behave. And one of the easiest way to do that is to just have a plan. For example, like right now you guys have gone through this talk, you can come up with a solid plan on how you're going to learn some of these things. If you have that, you're better off than someone with no plan. So the next thing that I'd say is make sure you create a solid plan which will help you reduce the psychological pool of emotions and help you trade in a more rational, consistent, and self-aware manner. So those three things is what I'd say you need to understand. Spend some time understanding psychology of trading, spend some time understanding risk management, spend some time understanding how the markets really work. Have a team, network with people, ask people questions, and you'll find that you can become, in fact, an expert in each of those three areas. Like when one of us was being introduced, she was introduced as a trading psychologist. She's an expert at one of those areas. Okay? The other two, you have to really try and work on them yourself as a trader. Okay? Now there is someone else who, like in our company, Lawi has specialized in risk management. So anytime we're taking trades, there's someone who's watching that side. Okay? There's someone else who's specialized in something else. So this is a big world that has been presented to you and a big opportunity for you to make the right decisions. So with those little remarks, I think for me to go through everything that it takes for you to become a professional trader, I'd have to probably be here for some weeks. So I'll open it up to questions for anyone who's been trading.
Hi.
Hi.
My first question is, what type of a trader are you?
Okay. Okay. I'm a swing trader, so who solely takes positions and is in and out of markets, let's say 3 or 4 days. Yep. But I'm not a scalper. I don't think actually you can make money easily as a scalper. I think it's a very, very difficult thing to do. So I wouldn't champion for anyone to try and pursue that path.
Psychology.
Yeah.
Do you talk about your own psychology, your own reaction towards losing or gaining money, or how will you have to look at the aspect of the market? How is the market responding to a certain trend, a certain swing, something like that?
Yeah, the one will decide how much pain you can take, the one will decide how much money you can take. So everything that is psychological is within your hands. Okay?
Okay.
So even as when you take a trade and it moves against you, the psychological aspect of it is, to just make it simple, we could be in the same trade, with the same entries, the same exits, but you could mess up our trade and end up losing money, and they could make a lot of money on that same trade. The difference, our psychological states of mind, how we process information. Any other question, just ask me. Yes. Sanji.
Hello, greetings everyone. My name is Charles Lavi, as you have been introduced before, co-founder of Financial Hub. And for me, I have a shortest presentation. I don't have much to say today. But when it comes to my office, I think I have a lot of classes to maybe interact with you guys. So for today, I think there's someone who asked about our website. So I'll be here to show you our products, what we offer, basically our website. Some of the things we've given for free. We have a lot of free content. I always say in trading, it's the drive that makes someone become a trader. Trading is not spoon-fed. Like I can't spoon-feed you into becoming a good trader. So if you don't have that drive to do your own research, to know how to download some apps and websites, really shows that you're not really interested into the market. So I always say, first of all, because for us we were self-taught. No one taught us how to trade. I think me and Ken, we pirated over 1,000 books that trading through pirating. We never bought most of them.
but we have a lot of books on trading that we just wanted to get the knowledge. So the drive to get the knowledge was the most important thing for us. And I think if you have the same drive, you can even become self-taught in trading. But the issue is it will take you longer. So and for us, it has taken about 6 years to become where we are. But I believe if maybe someone had my hand, maybe ingekuwa a bit, maybe 2.5 years maybe. But so for today, I'll be showing you our products. And this is our second website, as Caleb said. Our website, as you can see, there is a place whereby you can register to Pepperstone. So when you come to our website, you can also just click on the, it's www.financialhubfx.com. So www.financialhubfx.com. And you can easily click on the banner for Pepperstone, and you can direct you to the Pepperstone landing page, and you'll be able to sign up for your account directly with Pepperstone. The moment you register, someone will be there also to help you finalize the process. It's a bit of a process, but not really complicated, so someone will be there to help you. This is our second website, and on our second website, we always say that for us, in as much as we do charge for our physical courses, we believe also in giving a lot of content for free. Such a forum, this is a free forum, no one is paying us to do this. We're just here to basically expand the knowledge about markets in Kenya. And that is our goal, basically to increase financial literacy across Africa. That is one of our main goals. For now, we're doing Forex, commodities, cryptos. Maybe in the future, we'll maybe get into other financial assets, bonds, and all that. So on our website, we have our courses. So I will see our courses, Forex courses. When you click on the Forex courses, you'll get a Forex e-learning course. So there's a Forex e-learning course. It's maybe if you're not available for physical classes at our offices, you can do it. It's a self-paced course. So it's a self-paced course with modules, pre-recorded videos. Some people like learning on their own. They like their own personal space. And maybe you can learn on your own. It's pre-recorded, but similar to what we have also on the physical classes. Then we also have now our Forex Masterclass. Now this is the physical classes. So it's a 2-month course. So it's a 2-month course. The same way you guys are here in school. A semester goes for maybe 3 months. So for us, our course goes for 2 months, and you'll be having 20 modules. So here are the modules: Introduction to Trading, Fundamental Analysis. As Ken said, these things are deep. I think that people here doing economics. I think you know about interest rates, inflation. That is the current thing happening in the markets. And you need to understand the monetary policies, fiscal policies. How does the Federal Reserve maybe affect the dollar? That is what you need to be at par with. So there's fundamental analysis, then there's technical analysis. Now this is chart breakdown. So we'll help you now understand how to break down charts. I think for those of you who know some trading, you know most of the retail traders are technical traders than fundamental traders. So also we'll teach you maybe 3 strategies. I have my personal strategy. Ken has his and Caleb has his. So we teach 3 strategies. And I always say you can add on to your own strategy maybe if you have your own strategy already. I always say there's no edge in technical analysis, so you can't say this strategy is the best and I'll die with it. So it's about developing something that works for you. So we'll just maybe highlight to you what works for us, then you can pick a few things from that and maybe add on to your own strategy. So mine is value area trading. So I do value area trading 1. Caleb will teach you market structure. Those guys who like patterns in the markets, trends and pullbacks. Caleb will teach you how to look at pullbacks. Ken will teach you how to spot trends also. Ken is a very, very good trend trader. He knows how to spot good trends. Then most importantly is crafting a trading journal and a trading plan. Also, Caleb teaches that. So I'm trading, I always say like in life, the moment you don't have a plan, I always say a bad plan is better than no plan. So you better have a bad plan than no plan. So in trading, you need to know which asset which asset class am I trading. You can't trade every other pair in the markets. There are a lot of pairs in the markets to trade. There are a lot of assets to trade. So you can't trade everything. You have to have a plan that says these are the markets I'll be trading. This is the time frame I'll be trading. This is the risk I'll be taking on every trade. If I lose this amount of money in this week, I will stop trading. If I make this amount of money in this week, I'll stop trading. That is all about having a trading plan. Then next is risk management. I'm the one who takes people through risk management. So trading is all about managing risk, not making money. The moment you manage risk for a while and you know how to basically not blow your own account, because as Ken said, 90% of traders lose 90% of their account in 90 days. So you deposit $1,000, but in 3 months, you don't have that money. So how do you ensure that, first of all, before you make money, you first survive in the markets? So when they say survive first, then thrive later. But people come into the markets, they want to thrive, they don't want to survive. And that is why most people end up losing money in the markets. So you come to the markets with the mentality of, I want to survive first, I want to learn what works for me, what doesn't work for me. And slowly by slowly, things will start picking up for you. Then the psychology of trading, Ken is our head psychologist, so very, very good at teaching psychology. All these are the main pillars of trading. So basically for our course is to teach you the main pillars of trading and now help you understand each of them well. Then there's system development. So after all these are strategies, risk management strategy, fundamental strategy, technical strategy. You need not form a system. A system has A, B, C, D, and E. So that is now what Caleb will teach you how to backtest. Basically backtesting, if maybe you have a certain pattern, I think I've seen some traders here, they talk about swing trading, scalping. That pattern, have you really tested it if it worked 10 years ago? You need to test if your pattern worked 10 years ago before you even put a cent into it to now start trading into the live market. We also have the e-learning course, it's only 10,000. So if you feel like you want to start trading on your own, you don't want someone to at least, or maybe you want to first of all start, then get someone to help you later. You can start with our e-learning course. It's an online course, you'll be doing it from your home. It goes for 10,000 shillings and the other course goes for 40,000 shillings. So I think that is much of what we do offer at Financial Hub, apart from many other things like helping people also. Because I also always say, not everyone can become a trader. You know, in Uongo, not everyone can become a trader. Ikikata, imekata. But you can get someone maybe to help you participate in the market. So as Ken said, there are money managers who are coming up. So also, usipe tu mtu yote pesa yako. Because anakwambia mimi ni trader, that you give him 100,000, 50,000. Akipotea pia, is not regulated. Hata mimi saizi siwezi kwambia nipe 100,000. I'm not regulated to take your money. So also avoid such scams, avoid people who are baiting you into maybe such pretty schemes of maybe give me $100, $200 and I'll be giving you this return per month. Also use really, really good sites, like my friend there said about options. Options trading and Forex trading are different words. For us, we're trading futures markets, and that is what we really, really like shining the right light about trading the people. Because even for me, in IQ options back in 2015, I only had about 2,000 then. That's the money I lost there. So not so much, but I've never gone back there. So I always say, it's always good to get that due diligence before you put money. Because a lot of people are losing a lot of money in things that literally will never work. So it will never work. So also ensure you do a lot of your due diligence. Even for us, do your due diligence on us maybe. Financial Hub, our nani vizuri, get to know them well. Pepperstone, go and do your due diligence. Look at their spreads and all that, and you'll get to see, okay, this one is good, this one is not good, and maybe from there you can start trading at a right foot. So, I don't think I have much to say. I think I'll invite Daniel to talk about the brokerage side of the business now.
As you've heard, my name is Daniel. I'm here to represent Pepperstone, one of the Forex brokers here in Kenya. So, Forex market is a big market that has a turnover of around 6.5 trillion US dollars. How does he actually get to a point where he can competitively be able to trade into this market without maybe experiencing the high risk exposures? We give him what we call the leverage. So a leverage is given in terms of a ratio. You might find a leverage, you might decide to take a leverage of, let's say, 1:100, isn't it? So 1:100, it means for every dollar of the $500 that he'll bring to our platform, we shall be giving him $200. Or maybe he took a leverage of 1:400. It means for every $1 that he brings to our platform with an intention of trading into the markets, we're going to be offering him another $400. So you realize with leverage, actually with your maybe $500 or maybe $1,000 or $5,000, we are able to magnify that through the extra funds that we give you through that ratio. and you are able to access a bigger market. You are also able to swim with the big fish. So that is the importance of leverage, and that is where the now online brokers came in handy for traders who had small accounts. By regulation, the CMA requires every regulated broker here in Kenya to open a separate account from the company's account, where if clients or traders deposit money, it is segregated from the day-to-day basis, day-to-day accounts of the company. In that, even if today Pepperstone was to close shop here in Kenya, your client money will actually be safe. You will still be able to withdraw money from your account. Once you open your own trading account, we have what we call the wallet. So the money comes to your wallet is into our segregated account, and from there, of course, using leverage, you could be able to open trades, you could be able to buy in currencies, you could be able to trade in metals, you could be able to trade in many other instruments that we have. Actually, on our platform, we have more than 1,000 instruments that you could trade in. That one, you'll be taken through by the team from the Financial Hub. But most essentially, I just wanted to let you understand that when you're depositing money to trade with us, you're actually putting in what we call a segregated account. So that account, you're actually the controller of the funds in that account, and there is no way maybe the broker interferes with your money or maybe any other third party. Today, if you open an account with Pepperstone and you have an issue with your account, you are not seeing your money or something has happened to your account, you can comfortably come to our offices in Westlands along Ring Road, Parklands Road, and we shall be able to sort you. If you had any complaint about Pepperstone, maybe in regards to how they are handling your account or maybe your money, you can actually go to the CMA offices in Upper Hill, and you'll actually be able to register a complaint. But what happens if you're trading with a broker that is not regulated? When your money goes, it goes. So that is one thing that you should actually look at. So for us, we charge you the spread. The spread is the charges we charge you for using the platform. Whenever you open a trade, we look at the difference between the open price, which are the bid price, and the ask price. And then we charge you based on that. Or also, sometimes we also charge a commission depending on which account you want to open. So in that regard, we do have two accounts. One is called the Razor account. Of course, they'll be guiding you when you want to open an account. I won't go into details. So the Razor account is based on spreads. You are charged a small spread and then you continue trading. We have another account called the Standard account. It is charged based on commission. You charge the Razor account is charged based on the commission and the spreads they actually start from 0. And we have another commission-based account called the Standard account, where you are charged a fairly high spread, but nonetheless, there is no commission at all. For Pepperstone, we'll tell you, if you're gonna come with $10, definitely this is a very, very high-risk account. We have a market with a turnover of around $6.3 trillion in a day. So if you're coming to bring your $10 in such a market, then you're gonna be risking blowing your account. So we operate based on transparency, and we make sure that we act in the best interest of our traders. Number 3, when you're looking for a broker, look at the platforms they offer. For example, in Pepperstone, we have 3 platforms that you could trade with. The most basic one is called the C-Trader platform. It is actually a web terminal. And you could go to another platform called the MT4, which is a bit complicated, but nonetheless, it's easy to learn, of course, if you're taken through the training. Another one is MT5, they'll take you through. And of course, that one is to be taken care of by the Financial Hub. Lastly, when you're looking for a broker, you look at the liquidity. The liquidity is, I'll explain it in a layman's language as well. Today, if you come to Pepperstone, let's say for example, and we have a liquidity of $200 million, and you make a profit of $200 million, are we able to pay you that profit? If we have maybe a liquidity less than that, we might not be able to pay you if our liquidity falls below the amount of profit you made. So in that regard, Pepperstone is actually one of the leading companies. We are a big company with a mother company in Australia. We have more than 7 licenses across the globe. We are the only Kenyan broker with operating in over 54 countries in Africa and other regions. So that clearly tells you that we have a very, very high liquidity. So even if you're going to be investing with us, let's say even $200 million US, you can be quite guaranteed that if you're going to make a profit on your account, then you will be able to pay you back your profits if you wanted to withdraw. And of course, last but not least, every Kenyan uses M-Pesa to transact their monies. So we have that fixed on our website. We've integrated it quite directly, unlike many other local brokers who use iPay. So it means if you request for withdrawal or maybe a deposit, you're not going to be waiting for 10 minutes or 5 minutes to have your money come to your account. Once you deposit, it reflects instantly. Once you withdraw, you get your money back. All said and done, thank you so much. It is my first time being in this university, and I have to say that you guys are really great, and I'll really look forward to having you, most of you, sign up with these guys. Otherwise, mine is to say thank you and God bless you so much.
So I want to start by thanking Financial Hub for taking the initiative and coming to St. Paul's University and giving a lesson and educating people about Forex.
It will remind you that at least there's something you need to push forward, and that's freedom. Trading is freedom, but it comes with a price. Caleb always say, stay woke, stay financially literate. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
I'm so privileged having met the Forex organization, a unique trading organization that came here in St. Paul's to deliver to us something good that will impact us as youths. As you can see, this is an award I've been given so that I can get some skills to trade as a younger man. For this, I congratulate this nice organization and urge them to continue giving support, continue giving this good knowledge to various schools, not only in St. Paul's, but we are so privileged. Let them continue doing this all over the country so that due to the challenges we've been facing of rising economic living standards, we will not experience such. Otherwise, thank you for the time. Thank you.